how would you define what a flat fee is, or how do you do that in your practice?
Yeah, I would say a flat fee is just a certain amount that the client is to pay prior to my starting the legal services, and that's the expectation of the client that that's all they're going to pay. It's just one single amount. This is what it is. So if it's for an estate plan, here's the flat fee, and that's all you're going to have to pay. Maybe you've got some filing fee expenses that will be passed on to the client, but for the legal service itself, it's just one price, and we're not going to be nickel and diming you for everything else. We're not going to be charging our hourly rate over and above that flat fee.
Yeah, and we were talking just before we started recording that the Indiana State Bar Association's Res Gestae magazine in April of 2026 has a great article by James Bell and Connor Delahanty on ethical use of flat fees. And so I would encourage anyone that is considering using flat fees or is using flat fees even to go back and review that article, because there is an updated advisory opinion from the Indiana Disciplinary Commission, number 2-25, that gives some more guidance on what is a flat fee, how to use a flat fee, and then the article goes into some great detail on the do's and don'ts of utilizing these fees. And so very helpful as you're thinking through potentially utilizing more flat fees in your practice. And Thomas, we're like you in that if we utilize a flat fee arrangement, we will acknowledge that with the client, explain how that works, and we typically will ask for a half of that flat fee up front. So it's not probably a true flat fee in that sense, where we basically have that get started amount that we will request up front. And that covers kind of the initial consultation and drafting of documentation and review of that. And then we ask for the rest when the project is actually completed. Sometimes there can be a little bit of time between the two. So I always want to make sure that the clients know we are motivated on our side to finish the project, because we still have money to earn from them, and they still have some incentive as well to help keep things moving forward. So I feel like that's been a good scenario for us, and we don't take that actually as earned money until we've finished the project. So if there is ever a need to refund those funds, we have those available for the client.
Yeah, one thing that I have learned over the years is that clients just feel comfortable knowing what the price is before you get started. A lot of attorneys that bill hourly, when the client asks the attorney, how much is this going to cost? The attorney will hem-haw around the answer and say, well, I think it's going to be $1,500, but, if it doesn't go well, then it could be $1,000. And that spread, and really the $5,000 is not a guarantee that that's going to be the limit of the attorney fee. That doesn't feel great to the client. So it provides some security, some confidence of the client in knowing that I'm hiring you for this. If I can take this hit on, the price, then I know I'm going to get this service, and that's going to be all there is to it. I think it's a way to really take the stigma of coming into a lawyer's office and meeting with somebody that, you feel kind of not on the same plane with. It kind of makes people feel more comfortable, I think, in starting that attorney-client relationship.